Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another What Sold on eBay last week. Today's drink of the session is coffee. You guys, if you're a fan of coffee, you like some flavor, but not like super sweet coffee, go to Wally World right now, and they have this best choice or great value? I can never remember. Sam's Choice? What is their, I don't remember what their little off-brand company is. But anyways, they've got this pecan pie coffee right now that is so good. It's not sweet. It's just got like the essence of pecan pie at the end. It's so amazing. Highly recommend picking it up, and it's seasonal. I'm probably gonna, next time, it wasn't at the store last time I was there. I'm gonna buy everything they have. I'm gonna buy their entire stock. Anyways, let's get right into what sold on eBay last week. Another light week, again with the release of Modern Warfare. There was normally I'm doing like 10, 20, 30, 40 listings in a day. But this last week, there was a lot of days where I only had 3 or 4 items that I would draft like 12 things, and then like have 3 or 4 things that I would post. I would make those listings go live as I was like live streaming Call of Duty all day because of the new release. So a little bit of a light week, but anyways, let's get right into it. Here we go. I can't remember exactly what that Finney Walker, I think, Phinney. 2 little vintage pocket alarm clocks. I guess you travel. I don't know what you would even call these. They have like a wind-up clock on the back. One had an alarm. I think this one is supposed to light up too. They were untested. I believe I got each one for $0.25 a piece. I had sold one of these ones on the right before by itself, I think for like $10. But since I didn't know necessarily the working condition of either one, I just listed both of them for $10 plus shipping, and they sold $10 plus $7.35 ship. This Gaff XL 251 camera, still in the box. The box wasn't in the best condition ever, but still in the original styrofoam with the instruction booklet. And like, I don't know if you guys can tell, like this thing was in like immaculate condition. Like, just like, look how clean that thing is. Someone bought this and it sat in the box somewhere for, God, I don't even know how old this thing is. I mean, the 80s, I would think, right? Early 90s at the latest. So it sat for 40 years somewhere, basically, and just stayed in brand new condition. So I bought this on a Facebook auction for a little bit of nothing. I think I paid a few dollars for it. $5-10 at the very most. And we sold it for $50 plus shipping. So that was a nice little sale. This scale, I believe I picked up at a yard sale for $1, maybe $2. I was a little disappointed when I looked it up. It wasn't worth quite as much as I was hoping it might be. Because it even has the date down there, 1981. So I was like, man, a scale this old and pretty decent shape. I was like, surely it's going to be worth something. But again, wasn't worth too much, so I just listed it to sell. $7.99 plus shipping on top. Not too shabby. It's funny, this little itty-bitty shirt pin got the same price as that vintage scale from the 80s. But this is vintage too. I still have 3 available, looks like, of these. I saved one of these for myself. Motley Crue vintage pin back for your hat or jacket, whatever. $7.99 plus shipping. Nice little sale there. Windows 7 Home Premium. You guys might remember I got 2 copies of Windows 7 Home Premium, and then this is the upgrade version. I got these for like I think a little less than $10 a piece. It came out to like $7 a piece or something like that, because I bundled other stuff with it, and it was the last day of his sale, so he came down a lot on it. But yeah, so I believe the other, I don't remember how much just the Windows 7 Home Premium sold for. It might have been the same price or a little bit more, but the upgrade finally just sold for $30 plus shipping, so made a decent amount of profit off of that buy. Smooth Minerals Avon. I looked in the container today when I pulled this order. I think there's only 4 left, 4 makeups, and then there was like a ring, like a weird ring inside of all this Avon that I bought that I didn't know was in there. Yeah, so I have like 4 or 5 things left from that entire lot of like 30 or 30 plus. I paid less than $0.25 each. And this one sold for $12.99 plus shipping. This was actually the second one that I had of this color or whatever. There was some multiples in there. But it was all brand new sealed makeup. Anytime you guys come across sealed cosmetics, if it's cheap enough, definitely pick it up. Try to do some research beforehand, but a lot of times it's worth a pretty penny. This Lego drawer, I got 2 of these at a yard sale over the summer. I think I paid $3 each, $2 each, $3 each, something like that. Pretty cool. Like the drawer slides out, you keep your Legos in there. It doesn't have too much room for storage, and then you just build right on top of the tray itself, which is kind of cool. Sold it for, well, I sold both of them now for $20 plus shipping. These are actually a pair of Corsair Headset gaming headphones that I got whenever I was sponsored by Corsair. They gave me these, and I don't even know if they ever even produced these yellow ones, but I think I might have gotten these like during my studio visit. They just like handed them to me, and I didn't even have any cables for it or anything. I just sold it as is, just the headset, and they sold for $16.99 plus shipping. Disney's Hercules the movie soundtrack, big money here, $1 plus media mail, $2.75 on top. So we made a little bit of nothing on that after my fees and stuff. Speaking of a little bit of nothing, all over the world, very best of Electric Light Orchestra, ELO. CDs sold for $2.99 plus shipping. I usually get CDs for like 50 cents, 25 cents each, something like that. So some of them were worth decent. Usually they're better if you lot them up. I don't know why I listed that one. I might not have had any other ELO or classic rock at the time to list it with, so I just listed it individually. Even if you're not making the most money, it's good to be getting the feedback off the sale. It's good to be just keeping the algorithm boosted with your daily listings and all that stuff. So anyways, yeah, not the most money on that, but hey, it was a sale. Where did I get these from? I got these at a yard sale. No idea what I would have paid, but I know it wouldn't have been much because I have absolutely no interest in this kind of stuff or anything. But I did know that, like, weeboo books like this kind of stuff, that you can get some decent money out of it. So I picked up these Naruto books for a little bit of nothing, sold them for $20 plus $3.79 shipping. The Lone Ranger on on NES. This was actually a part of a lot that someone was selling on the Facebook auction group that I frequent. I think it was a lot of 4 or 5 games, something like that. And then they had another lot of 4 or 5 games. And the starting bid was like $3 or something like that. No one was bidding on them, and I like it whenever I see a lot of just 4 games, because it's easy to look up those 4 games and say yes, it's worth it, or no, it's not. Sometimes I know the games, and right off the bat I'm like, that's not worth it, or it is. This one I was like, the Lone Ranger, not sure. Looked it up, much to my surprise, it was a pretty highly sought after game. So obviously I bid on that, and I bid on the other lot. I ended up winning both for like less than $10, and I think this is whenever I was like, do you have any other video games? And she did, and I ended up buying like a whole bunch, like a whole box full of like 4 consoles and additional games, additional NES games. So that was a really good buy. I think basically this game paid for like the whole lot. So yeah, we're doing good on that. Speaking of the CDs, like I said, I get these for 25 cents, 50 cents a piece usually. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Stone Temple Pilots, Linkin Park, Lamb of God, Radiohead, Breaking Benjamin, Puddle of Mud, AFI, Metallica. A bunch of stuff in there. So I listed it as a lot of 2000s alternative rock, and they sold for $17.99 plus shipping. So not too shabby right there. This is actually a Wendy's hat. I think this is one of the things that my girlfriend found. I didn't spot this, and she picked it up, and obviously you can tell it's vintage. They don't make anything like this these days. It's got like that Hawaiian funky print on it, and so we picked it up for probably $0.25 or 50 cents, and sold it for $10 plus shipping. Those vintage hats do really well. Wendy's, Pepsi, stuff like that. That Heinz hat that I found a while back. All that old vintage hats, people really like that shit if they're in good shape. Bibles. I always do pretty well on Bibles. I kind of feel bad sometimes because people, like, I'll pick up a Bible, try to pay for it, and they're like, no, you can't sell a Bible, and they give it to me for free. And I don't want to be like, well, actually, you can. I sell Bibles on eBay because, that's just going to open up a whole can of worms I don't know if I'm ready for that day. But hey, sold it for $12.74 and free shipping, but with with media mail on books. You know, even this Bible probably weighed 3 or 4 pounds. That's usually only like $4 or $5 to ship it, which isn't bad at all. So a decent little profit there. And I'm not saying this one was for sure free, but if it wasn't, I didn't pay much. I usually pay like $1 for a Bible, less usually if I can. Hardbacks usually maybe $1, depending on how clean it is and everything. Anyways, found this at a yard sale. This beautiful. I live in the Midwest, and I am fortunate enough to all the time from my commute to like the grocery store and home or whatever errands I'm running for the day. I have a long drive through the country, and I get to see bald eagles fairly regularly. And if you've never seen a bald eagle in person, it's like one of the most amazing things that you can see in nature. They're just absolutely beautiful. Their wingspan is like, I don't want to misquote it here. Hold on, let's look real quick. Bald eagle wingspan. Anywhere from 6 to 7.5 feet wingspan. It's just absolutely nuts when you see one of these guys up close and in person. Beautiful animal, just always had a love for him. Anyway, so I'm at this yard sale and I see this, and I'm immediately just like, oh my god, like I would love that just like sitting somewhere in my house. Like that's just beautiful, you know. And then I look at the bottom and I notice that it's Homco 1993, and I'm like, okay, cool, it's vintage. So, you know, I looked it up on my phone, and then I see that they're selling for $100. Like, I think actually the solds that I think I saw were like $75 plus or something like that. But this guy still had the original styrofoam and everything. So I was like, you know, then right there, I'm like, okay, well, I'm not worried about shipping it. Or not as worried about it, at least. You know, something like this would be a pain to ship if you didn't have the original styrofoam that it was packed in. But seeing that, you know, and then I got excited because I saw the price tag was only $7. So me being me, even though I knew I could sell it for $100 and it was only $7, I should have just paid for it, but I'm an asshole. So I was like, hey, would you take $5? And he was like, yes. So I got this thing for $5, sold it for $100 plus shipping. Very nice little flip there. Beautiful. Kind of wish I could have kept it, but at the same time, I'd rather have the $100 bill. You know what I'm saying? So, good sale there. Very good sale. It's the trash truck. Can you hear it? Heavy Armor on DS, a $10 game. Most DS games, original DS, like not 3DS games, not a Pokemon title, stuff like that. Most DS games are worth almost nothing. They're just, you know, like, I mean, without the case, without the instructions. Obviously not much, but even with the case and the instructions, a lot of times you'll see them be sold for like $2.99, $1.99 free shipping, which means the people selling those aren't making any money. So a lot of times we just completely pass them up. But had this one laying around, and much to my surprise when I looked it up, Heavy Armor Brigade on Nintendo DS was worth $9.99. Pretty decent little flip on that. I probably got it for $0.25. Sims 2, there's another series that has some decent value. The Sims series. Sims 2 Pets got me $7.49 free shipping, so I made about $5 there. These guys, I think I got these for $2 a piece. They're brand new portable Samsung Galaxy battery packs. 31 milliamp capacity, so they're not the biggest. But you know, they are a nice Samsung, and it's like a leather, I think there's like they have like a leather case around them or something, but they're nice. They're brand new, and found these at a yard sale. Was surprised they only wanted $2 a piece, and was even more surprised when I looked them up and they really didn't have as much value as I was hoping they would. I think I honestly could have put these on Facebook for like $20 a piece and done even better. But hey, if you're looking for, you know, a 3100 milliamp battery pack to throw in your pocket, I've got, wait, I have 4? I might have to check quantity on these. I thought I only had 3 total, but it says I sold 1 and I have 1 more, or 3 more. Jesus. So, anyways, $10 plus shipping on that. Not too shabby. This remote, I think I paid like $1.50, something like that. I found it at a yard sale. It was one of those yard sales where it was like nothing, and then I walk over to the desk, like their table where they take the money, and this was laying there, and I was like, okay, a nice little like wireless remote, you know, it might be worth, you know, so I picked it up for $0.25, 50 cents, whatever, and it was worth $15 plus shipping, so not too shabby at all. More Did I already show one of these? Avon, yeah. So that was the same one, right? Pure beige. Pure beige, yeah. So I told you guys that I had sold one, and this was the second one. I didn't realize that was the first one. So I sold both of these this week, and like I said, I just have a little bit of this stuff left, but $12.99 plus shipping on that. So these were a very good pickup. Like I said, I spent less than a quarter on each one of those. Jurassic Park, for all you naysayers out there, why do you have VCRs? Why do you have VHS? No one's going to buy that. Yes, they do. Anytime I see, like, Adam Sandler, like, what I've been doing is, like, I'll pick up Adam Sandler VHSs, or that's just, like, the first example I thought of off the top of my head. I don't know why. You know, but like Adam Sandler did a lot of those movies back in the 90s and stuff where there's a lot of VHS movies. And yes, you can find them on DVD, just like Jurassic Park. But if I, you know, get enough Adam Sandler classics on VHS for a quarter and then lot them all up together, I can get a decent price for them. Same with Jurassic Park. I just kept buying. I have like a few more original Jurassic Parks and a few more Jurassic Park 2, The Lost Worlds, and I think I need like Jurassic Park 3, but every time I get like a set of 3, I'll just throw them back up on eBay for $14.99 free shipping. Even after the free shipping, I'm still profiting like $12 probably off of like a 75-cent investment. So not too shabby at all. And as you can see, these like aren't in the best best condition or anything. Like this one still has the Blockbuster previewed sticker on it and everything. I didn't even like worry about trying to take it off or anything. So, and this one was written on right here. You can see in the Jurassic Park logo. So if I got cleaner ones, like if these were like in immaculate condition, I might list them for $20 free shipping and probably get it. So yeah, good little sale there. And then this was, I believe I told you guys about this a few videos ago. There was like a table full of stuff that was 25-cent items, and most of it was Loot Crate stuff. And I picked up, I think, 5 or 6 items, and this one sold for $4.99 plus shipping. It's the little sister from the BioShock series. So, yeah, good little sale there. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes our sales for the week. I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you so much. On a side note, if you guys are into these and you have never watched me play video games, I do stream a lot of video games, and right now particularly the new Modern Warfare over on my twitch.tv/I'mJehovah channel. And I'd love to see you guys hanging out in the chat over there as well. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.